Breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
Look, I need to tell you something. The season is almost here. You can already feel opening day in the air, and this week brought two pieces of news about our team that I just can't stop thinking about. The first one is good, and I say that carefully, because we all know how it goes. You start believing in the roster, and then out of nowhere, an injury shows up. But the guys at MLB.com said something I honestly agree with. This team has pitching depth. Max Fried, Schlittler, Jarrett Cole coming back, Carlos Rodon on track, and there's even a cannon down in the minors named Carlos LaGrange, throwing over 100 miles per hour and making a lot of people nervous in a good way. It feels like the Yankees have finally broken free from that pitching curse that wrecked our season last year, right? But then comes the second piece of news. And this one stings a little. Because there's a part of this team that, no matter how much we try to ignore it, is already keeping me up at night, even before the first official game. Stay with me, and I'll break it all down, both sides of this story. News 1. The bullpen. The Yankees' open wound. Opening day is right around the corner. Yankees versus Giants, that special season opener every fan waits all year for. The roster is set, the starters are defined, but there's one thing that still hasn't been solved. And trust me, this isn't a small detail. The Yankees' bullpen is heading into 2026 in a state that, if we're being honest, is worse than it was at the start of last season. Yeah, you heard that right. Luke Weaver and Devin Williams are gone. Both had inconsistent 2025 seasons, sometimes downright inexplicable. Any fan who followed the team closely knows exactly what I'm talking about. And now the main name left to anchor this bullpen is David Bednar. He came over in a trade with the Pittsburgh Pirates midway through last season, stood out in a Yankees uniform, and even helped secure Team USA's spot in the World Baseball Classic final. Bednar is good, no debate there, but relying on him alone to close games over a 162-game season, that's a big gamble. Jake Bird and Camilo Doval came in as reinforcements. They had a decent spring. But come on, it feels strange going into a season hoping a reliever's peak performance is what he showed in spring training, right? And look, I understand the front office's logic. The bet is that a powerful offense and a starting rotation full of guys throwing above 95 miles per hour will cover the bullpen's flaws most of the time. And yeah, sometimes it works. But I've seen that strategy fall apart in big moments way too often to fully trust it now. We lost games we had no business losing in 2025 for exactly that reason. This isn't new in the Bronx. The Yankees have had seasons where the bullpen became the weak point of a roster that, on paper, should have been dominant. And historically, the front office's answer has been the same. Go get pieces at the trade deadline. The problem is, the later you fix it, the more expensive it becomes in prospects and in games lost. With Luis Gil being sent back to the minors due to a physical issue stemming from his lat injury, a roster spot opens up for opening day. Good news? That creates room to test a reliever who normally wouldn't make the cut. Bad news? It means we're reaching opening day still experimenting with bullpen arms. Hey, Yankees fans, if you follow this team every day and know exactly what I'm talking about, drop a like on the video. It really helps the channel and shows me it's worth breaking all this down with you. If you follow the Yankees, you know this isn't exactly a comfortable way to enter a season. Imagine building your fantasy team and putting one reliable name in the bullpen, one guy you hope works out, and two others you're not sure about. That's basically what the front office did here. And I'm not saying it's irresponsible, I'm saying it's a real risk. Do you agree with this approach? The decision not to sign a big bullpen arm in the offseason is going to be questioned sooner or later. Maybe the team holds up well through the first stretch of the season and the issue looks smaller than it really is. But when the offense cools off, and it will because it always does, we're going to need those relievers to step up. And then the question becomes, Bednar can't do it all alone. So who shows up? The most immediate impact will be in managing close games. Handling the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings with confidence is going to be a real challenge for Brian Cashman and the coaching staff. And depending on how the first few weeks go, the Yankees could find themselves back in the reliever market early for the second straight year. That comes at a cost. It always does. My honest take? I think this bullpen is going to worry us at some point this season. I don't know if it'll be in April or in July, but it's coming. The good news is the team has enough talent in the lineup and the rotation to absorb that for a while. But I'd feel a whole lot better heading into opening day with this already solved, instead of hoping we won't have to fix it in the middle of a playoff race. So let me ask you, are you heading into this season confident in the Yankees bullpen? Or is this your biggest concern too? Drop a comment below. I want to know how the fan base is feeling about this. News 2. Have the Yankees finally solved the starting rotation problem? Now let's talk about something that, at least for now, is giving fans a little more peace of mind. Because being a Yankees fan isn't just about worrying all the time, right? The starting pitching staff in 2026 looks completely different from what it was in 2025, and this time, in a good way. MLB.com published an analysis during spring training and used a phrase that really caught my attention. They said the Yankees have pitching depth. For anyone who followed last season closely, that almost sounds like science fiction. In 2025, we lost Jarrett Cole early, and the team never found a comfortable rhythm on the mound. It was patchwork after patchwork for months. Now the picture is different. Max Fried leading the group. Cam Schlittler with a full season ahead after spending much of 2025 in the minors. Cole coming back, not ready for opening day yet, but on the way. Carlos Rodon also progressing. Will Warren with a strong spring. Ryan Weathers arrived via trade and is still developing. And then there's the name that's been everywhere, every comment section, every Yankees post over the past few weeks. Carlos LaGrange, a 100-mile-per-hour fastball coming from a prospect who has the front office seriously considering fast-tracking him to the big leagues. I don't know about you, but every time a talent like that shows up in the Yankees system, it hits differently as a fan. To put it in context, the Yankees minor league pitching system was criticized for years for not producing impact arms. The team always had to rely on big external signings to fix problems on the mound. What's happening now, with LaGrange, Elmer Rodriguez, Ben Hess showing up on the radar, is a sign that something has changed in the organization's development structure. And to me, that's just as important as any signing they could make. Do you remember what it felt like watching games in 2025 knowing the fifth starter was a huge question mark? Any three-game series could turn into a problem if the opponent got to that fifth arm. Now you have real depth. It's not just hope, it's actual roster strength. That changes how you watch the game, how you root for this team. The front office bet on continuity with familiar faces, but added pieces in a very precise way. Weathers coming in via trade is exactly the kind of move that flies under the radar in the offseason, but can be decisive in July. And the decision to give Schlittler time in the minors last year looks like it's about to pay off, with him arriving more mature and ready for a full big league cycle. The practical impact is clear. If the Yankees can keep their starters healthy in the first few weeks, and yeah, there's always that, if they'll enter the summer in a much more comfortable position than they did in 2025, they won't urgently need an ace at the trade deadline. They can use their prospect capital more strategically. That gives the front office freedom to act smart instead of acting out of desperation. Honestly, this is the part of the team that excites me the most in 2026. It's not the offense, which is already good and everyone knows it. It's knowing that if Fried has a bad day, there's quality behind him. It's knowing Cole and Rodon are on the way. It's knowing there's a Carlos LaGrange in the system throwing 100 miles per hour, waiting for the right moment. That's franchise health. That's what we needed to see. So here's the question for you, Yankees fans. Does this pitching staff fix the team's biggest problem from 2025? Or do you still think they needed one more big-name move in the offseason to complete the job? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is far from over this season. See you in the next video. Let's go Yankees.